Give me the bird.
Oh my god, it's a bird.
Give me the bird.
Oh my god, another bird.
Give me the bird.
Bird.
Give me the bird.
Guys, I'm trying to get a photo ready for the mod to put in the art list. Bird.
Give me the bird.
There's another bird.
Give me the bird.
For a second, I thought that bird had 3 wings.
Give me the bird.
Stephen's missing all of these birds.
Give me the bird.
Oh my god, look at that bird. It's a phoenix.
Good morning. It is.
Bird time.
It's bird time?
It's bird time. You missed a bird parade.
Oh.
There were a lot of birds.
There were, oh, I was downstairs, so I was making
were like
toast.
10
Oh, you
birds.
didn't do, there
I
we
know,
go.
I was getting there.
Oh. Morning, everybody. Hi. I'm sorry I missed the bird parade. There was a bird parade this morning.
There was a bird parade.
Oh my god. I'm the best birds? Oh no.
Yeah, there were some good birds.
Hey, how are y'all doing today? I'm feeling, I probably shouldn't be feeling good. So I woke up early 2 days in a row. But I'm feeling pretty good. I think it's because when you get, like, a lot of times I get up for breakfast stream, like, relatively before breakfast stream, like 8:25. And that way, when breakfast stream starts, I'm still, like, waking up. I woke up early enough that I'm awake. So I'm starting, like, awake and alert. Yesterday I woke up at 5:30, and today I woke up at 6:30. So I've been up.
You've been up.
I've been up.
Kippo.
I've been up a
Come
bit
here.
already. Come here. Come hang out. Come here.
He's just staring.
You'll figure it out. Anyway, let's read some early alerts and then talk about what we've been up to in the past 2 days, because we've been pretty busy.
Pork.
The games are up.
They were up Tuesday.
I know they were.
Oh. We got 53 months from I Spy Moose, 27 months from I Hilo, 28 from The Reload, 16 from Star Wars Trekkie, 35 from Skanork, 8 from Amehari, 4 months from Zero Evil, 15 months from Mr. Perfect Craig. We got 300 bits from Jay Linebeck. Says, well, I'm looking forward to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I know that I'm going to play about 2 hours of it, and then go back to Final Fantasy XIV, because Final Fantasy XIV has taken over my life. That's ADHD hyperfixations for you. From everything I hear about Final Fantasy XIV, people seem to really love it, so you're not alone. Also, Final Fantasy XVI, which I know is a very different beast than 14, Final Fantasy XVI like comes out soon, doesn't it? I saw a picture.
Is this the new butter?
No.
Okay, good.
I saw a picture of like a bundle of the game and a console, and I was like, oh, that must come out soon. Mm-hmm. Next month. Holy crap. Dang, man. It's the first M-rated Final Fantasy. Because, I don't know. It's going to have, like, a bad word in it. I'm not sure. 500 bits from Hawkeye Elite. He says, good morning, everyone. Unrelated sound. Need some good vibes for the next few months. Now our landlord wants the house back. Oh, no! But hopefully we have until the end of summer to allow for heat and for money to accrue. On to new adventures. Good vibes.
Yeah.
Good vibes. I hate that for you. I really hate that for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that you have a few months. Because because like however extra amount of time you have is beneficial, but also it sucks. Ask me how I know. We got 500 bits from Penguin Frog who says, quietly heard. Juliet really got some distance out of that. 500 bits from Mr. Perfect Craig says, oh my god, a third bird.
There were a lot of birds.
There was a bird parade.
There was so many birds.
Can't believe
you missed the bird parade.
Renee, how do you know, Steven?
New from PopCap Games, Super Ezio Auditore must paddle through Fourside to defeat Miles Edgeworth.
Super Ezio.
Those bits from Forwolf says, tomorrow is so far away. Is there a game we can play to pass the time until then? New from PopCap, which already is like, what? Super Ezio Auditore, which is Ezio Auditore on mushrooms. Must paddle through Fourside to defeat Miles Edgeworth. So Miles Edgeworth is up in like the Monotoli building. Super
And
Ezio
it's
Auditore.
flooded. Fourside is flooded.
There is actually parts in the Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy where Ezio is like in like a canoe. So like the paddling animations are already done. We're halfway there.
Yeah.
I don't know where in Fourside there is to paddle.
It's flooded.
Oh, it's flooded.
Yeah.
So the city is flooded.
Mm-hmm.
I would play that game. We got 39 months from Shinoth, 21 from Aristide57, 500 bits from Ryan who says, did someone say bird? Bird. Also from Cosmic Sorrow, quietly, bird. From Penguin Frog, quietly, bird. From Tokanute, bird, quiet. From Penguin Frog, quietly, bird. There was an entire bird parade.
Every time there was a bird, I would unmute and I would go, bird. That's why. That's what you missed.
It sounds like I may need to include the pre-crunch in the VOD. Seems like it's important today. We had 10 gift subs from Ame Hari. Ame, thank you. To Wizard Grad Student, Nerdy Revelries, ZZJet64, Kiwili Scipio, Hanio5, Ollie Tomlinson 1, Grugs Pro, Jagawaga, Josh Jepson, and Tech Metal. Ame, thank you. Appreciate it. Did you see what Josh tweeted?
I did see what Josh tweeted.
Josh has been doing a vlog every day in May.
Mm-hmm.
And then tweeted this morning, what if instead I vlogged every day for 14 years? And it was like, nah, that's... Who would do that?
Who would do that?
It's fine. Who would do that? That would be insane. It's fine. 8 months from Crimson Sword 01, 52 from Vegetable Sorbet, 200 bits from A Good Way Game Leet, 300 from Genesis. It says, oh no, I appear to have come down with an illness. It looks like I'll just have to miss work the rest of the week. Oh darn.
Genesis, I hope you feel better by playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I think that's the best remedy
that's the best remedy
right now. If people are feeling a little sick, what I recommend is getting Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, calling in sick for... as long as your work will let you do that. And then, the Tears of the Kingdom flu. The flu of the kingdom. Listen, you just, you've got kingdom flu, and you need to just take a little break. That's just the way it is. Sorry. And it's very contagious. It's
Tears
true.
of the Kingdomitis is very contagious.
We get 300 bits from Squid. Says, can I get some good vibes? I have to go in for an upper GI series tomorrow morning as I've had on and off abdominal pain for the past couple of weeks. Yeah, good vibes. Yeah, doing all of that stuff, like, the whole process, like, sucks if, like, something is wrong, I need to go figure it out. But I wish you well, because you can at least usually get some answers that way, so good vibes. We got 8 months from Nervous Jellyfish. Abilene gifted a sub to Moonlit Boulevard. We got 300 bits from Becca, who says, greetings from Florence, South Carolina. I know where that is.
I know that. That's where McLeod is.
Only here for the morning, but I wanted to share that without really trying. I drove past south of the border while listening to the Disc Only episode about it. Also saw the majesty of the Florence Buc-ee's from the road. The size alone was insane.
It is very large.
It is a big, it's a big Buc-ee's. It's a very big Buc-ee's. And yeah, that's where the Children's Hospital is. You kind of, I mean, you won't be like driving past it normally unless I guess you would go out.
You'd have to go downtown.
But yeah, that's where we've...
I use downtown very loosely when I'm talking about Florence.
Yeah. It's... The Children's Hospital is in Buc-ee's. Neat. Nothing helps the recovery of children more than a cartoon beaver. Badger? Beaver. He's a beaver, right?
He's a beaver.
He's not a badger. Is he a badger? No, he's a beaver.
He's a beaver, isn't he?
It's a beaver. Took me a minute, though. I was like, I'm not sure.
Becca, I hope you have a good trip.
I love that you drove past south of the border while listening to the episode. That's great. It's very, it's a little sad from the road.
Yeah.
It's sad when you go there also, but it's also sad from the road.
It's interesting when I didn't know it was so big.
Yeah, it's bigger than you think. It's like a little tiny theme park.
Yeah. It's like a tiny town.
We got 5 months from Adeline. 3 bits from Nemo from the Hill says, dawn of the final day, 15 hours remain. It's coming.
Is that when Josh is putting his couch together?
Josh will go live for his Tears of the Kingdom stream and spend the first bit building the couch. We went to IKEA and we all got a bunch of different furniture. Josh got a little like love seat and has not built it.
Is he in chat this morning? Jepson.
He was awake, so I don't know if he's here, but he also may have... Sometimes you wake up and you're like, why am I awake? And then you go back to sleep.
And sometimes you're still up.
It's true. I love that. Doodle says, I'm excited for Zelda, but my finals are next week, so I'm not playing it for like 5 more days. I've done a good job convincing myself Zelda doesn't exist.
I think that's for the best.
I think you should be commended for the fact that, because it takes a lot of self-control.
Yeah.
So, good work. It's hard, I know, especially if you're really excited about a game. I also will commend myself for being willing to experience the game in extremely small chunks 1 week at a time for a long time. And that's fine. That's totally fine. Just think about the fact that we will still be enjoying Tears of the Kingdom long after everyone has finished Pikmin 4. That's just so...
I want to play Pikmin 4.
Oh, we will. We will. We got 36 months from A-Rails. Congrats on the 3. 56 months from Tachi Gamer 96. 14 months from Samba Noir. Mr. Perfect Ray gifted sub to Retro Liz 96. 6 months from Digit K. 15 months from Dan the Warrior 101. We get 300 bits from Shy says, that's how it starts. What if I stream continuously for a month? Well, how about a year? A decade? Maybe 2. Ska. We've done pretty well, right? Because we've continued to do the vlog. That's good. And like we haven't, missed streams really.
Yeah.
We try to be pretty consistent. It also makes me worried to start things now, because I know about my consistency. So I'm like, I want to make sure I can do this. I am starting to get everything together to do solo streams, which has been something I've wanted to do for a long time and just haven't had the ability to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm still focused on trying to catch up the vlog before I do that, but I'm getting there.
Give your kids the treat with Tiny Eddie's Brilliant Jaguar Fluid.
That was a bit from Joseph A. Kelly. It says, recovering from head surgery and asked what I'm doing, I respond, watching people have breakfast. They think the drugs are in full effect.
Brilliant Jaguar Fluid.
This Jaguar fluid is absolutely brilliant. Look at the colour. Do you smell that Jaguar fluid?
Do you think it's the vehicle or the big cat?
It's ambiguous, and I will not be taking any further questions.
Coffee!
I need
Do
to
you,
know
Noah?
which fluid it is before I consume it. No, you don't. No, you don't. I hope that your recovery continues to go well. But yeah, it's trying to explain breakfast stream to anyone is like really difficult.
Yeah, I watched a breakfast stream from the hospital too.
It's our generation's Regis and Kelly. What's another morning show that people watch?
I don't know.
I only know Regis and Kelly. There's probably another one. Good Morning America. The View. Good Mythical Morning. Renee. Yeah, the moms at the bus stop did not get it. So you know these people? The Today Show. Anyway, it's a morning show. It's a morning show. Except the audience is very involved. Like more than a normal morning show. Like, imagine if you were watching Regis and Kelly.
And you could make a bird fly across the screen.
Yeah, and like someone in the audience could just release a bird. That would be a really good show. But they weren't willing to do it, so we did it. And at some point, like, someone gets down out of the crowd and stands up, and it's like, Regis, invent a snack food. I love it. 300 bits from Satsy. It says, I'm here. Neighbors have been asking about next door, who I'm cat sitting.
That's his cat.
I know. Also, the idea of car sitting.
I need someone to watch.
Your dad would ask someone to car sit.
Isn't that kind of what he does? Because someone comes to check on the house when they're gone.
Yeah. Listen, some people are car people, and that's fine. It's just funny to me, the idea of car sitting. Jaguar. Also, I learned I have a food allergy, or Garlic got really mad at me. It's one of the two. Toasty. Finding out you have a food allergy is one of those weird things, isn't it? The other thing is that, like, you can just develop food allergies at any point.
Yeah.
Because the body is bad. So it's one of those things, like, if you get really sick, then you're like, well, crap. Do I have a food? So then you have to kind of, like, test it again. And then you're nervous. Because you're like, well, last time. Anyway, I'm wishing you well. I hope that you're not actually allergic to garlic. Because I do like the garlic.
I mean, when I learned I had a peanut allergy, it was a lot of, like, testing on my own.
Yeah.
I never went to the doctor for that, for reasons. But, I'm kind of surprised I got it. And then in college, I tested it. And I was like, I was right.
I mean, it does feel good to be right. Oh, dear God.
Mr. Game Boy.
Don't you know that I am in the mood to sing about something kind of rude? I'm not talking about something from a druid. I'm talking about its pet jaguar and its fluid. Fluid.
Uh-huh.
Does a druid have a pet jaguar? They could.
They could.
That's a very druid thing. I was trying to think of things that rhymed with fluid, and I was like, a druid could be a jaguar. It works on so many levels. Beautiful. Way to avoid the topic entirely. Did I? What did you want to know? Did you want to know the color? Did you want to know the smell? Did you want to know the viscosity? That was 6 hours for Mr. Game Boy 18. It says, walks out from crowd and grabs microphone. Sing about Jaguar. Again, they really could have made Regis and Kelly just so incredible. We had 41 ones from Crasberry. 300 from Breathe Wildly says, I've been rewatching the Breath of the Wild VOD, so when I watched the Master Mode stream and saw you had forgotten literally everything, it really messed with my head. Yeah, I don't have I think the doctor term, and Noah can correct me, I think it's called bad noggin. So I have bad noggin, and the problem with bad noggin is that you can play a video game, and then when you play it again, you're like, what is this? So, yeah, Tears of the Kingdom will be interesting. It'll be a little fresh now that I've played it, but it's fine. It's fine. It's the official term. Close enough. Has it been almost 2 years?
Couple.
I will tell you, and I know I've mentioned this before, when I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I recorded it in batches, and sometimes the time between my recordings would be like a month. Whenever I played it again, like 1 month later to do the next like batch recording, I had to sit there for like 20 minutes before I started like recording to remember how on earth to play the game. Because the controls were, like, so complicated.
Hello, baby.
So this is common.
What do you want, Snuggles?
June 4th, 2021 was the last stream. Wow, so we really are, like, right at 2 years. Autumnal says it's been almost 3 years since this started and 2 since they ended. My God. Someone had said this morning, I was looking in chat, it's been 6 years, I think to the day, since my appendix did it bad.
Did it bad. Mm.
Which I think... the official doctor term for that is bad appendix.
Appendicitis.
Gives me tight. Mm-hmm. We got a subscription from All That Jazz. Welcome. 30 bits from Crasberry says, or a clown. I always love a good clown in the morning. My appendix did not rupture. No, it just did a little leaky poo. Little leaky poo.
No.
We were actually talking about appendixes the other day because Dan had a little pain and he had called me and he's like, "What's appendicitis like?" And I was like, I scream." He did not have appendicitis. Yeah, it hurt a lot. I passed out in the ER waiting room. I would not do it again. I also can't.
No, you can't.
Fortunately, but I also would not do it again. We got 510 bits from Dan the Warrior, who says, so fun random thing is I'm waiting for my friends to arrive at where I am to play Minecraft with me and just hang out for my birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm playing Pokemon Fire Red, and I'm realizing that 4 out of my 6 Pokemon are weak to Flying type. And I'm level grinding in the area before Misty, because my starter is level 16. The rest are single digit. I'm in for a long grind. The realization that you have
Give me the bird.
like a glaring weakness in your team is not a fun one. Also, if they're weak to Flying type, then you should probably watch out for this guy. Don't let
that chicken.
Don't
get
let
you.
this chicken anywhere near your Pokemon team. We got 300 from Chrissy G. It says, food allergies are weird. I gave myself an allergy to strawberries by consuming a whole flat of them in 2 days one summer. Yeah. Allergies are bad. And you just have to kind of go with the flow. You can also, like, there's times where your body goes the opposite way. Where you have an allergy and then your body's like, never mind. And, like, that's probably really hard to figure out. Because once you know you have an allergy, you tend to avoid something. And then you're like, well, crap, when did this happen? When was I able to eat this? Yeah, Mao's never gotten around to doing the allergy test. But you want to.
I do. But, like, when you move somewhere new, you have to establish care again. So, like, I had to find a regular doctor, and I only just got another dermatologist who can't see me for months. So getting an allergist is like, oh, I don't have to do that. So I might wait till my next yearly physical and then be like, what if allergy test?
Yeah, I mean, it is an exciting prospect, though, right? Like, to figure out...
Yeah.
Because who knows? We don't know. Or you have a major surgery that could cause allergies to be gone. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is...
What if I eat one peanut butter cup?
What if it was like a Reese's Pieces, and it was like a half of one?
But if I'm gonna do it, I want to eat the thing I want to eat. I don't want to eat a Reese's Pieces. I want to eat a peanut butter cup.
Mao is not allergic to the point of death. She's just extremely intolerant. It would be a bad tummy time. So, you know.
Gold Mage, what if you ate a latex glove?
that one would be bad. That one would be bad. Yeah, if you can be patient and wait until you get an allergy test, you could probably learn a few things.
Maybe.
So, and maybe you're good now.
Maybe.
But there is a possibility that you're not.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. 30 Bits from Shy says, trying to explain the stream really just drives home the cult angle. So they eat breakfast and talk, but that's not all. Sometimes people pay to create random snacks or make them sing using various songs. Then there's a cube, and don't get me started on Peggy, there's a whole prophecy.
Renee, I agree.
You know we're only 10 years out from Peggy's arrival.
I know.
It's October 2033. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, time passes, and this thing that's like, haha, there's this joke that's far away, will one day be here. Yeah. Did y'all know that we hit day 5,000 in August? There will be...
Oh, that's when it is?
Yeah. Like, early August.
Oh, shoot. Yeah?
Like... You know.
Hope it's not when I have this thing in August.
I put it on the calendar already. Did you see it?
I saw that you did put it on the calendar, but I didn't look at the date. I just accepted it and moved on.
It's
okay.
August
yeah, that's
3rd.
fine. That's fine.
It's August 3rd. It's 3 days before our wedding anniversary. We could celebrate both at the same time. 2 large numbers. 300 from the Thunderstriker says, on this fine Tears of the Kingdom Eve, I wanted to share one of my favorite gaming memories. The day Breath of the Wild came out, I was a senior in high school, and for some reason we had a scheduled day off that day, so I went to Target at like 8 a.m., picked up a copy for the Wii U, and just spent the entire day exploring every aspect of the plateau. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Also a Wii U copy. Mm-hmm. I was reading something somewhere, and I didn't check the data behind it, so I don't know how accurate it is, but someone was saying that that the Wii U version of Zelda Breath of the Wild was the worst selling Zelda game. Well, the worst selling Zelda game.
Ah.
Which I'm sure that's not taking into account like the Philips CDI versions or something. But otherwise, I'm like, you know, I could possibly believe that. I mean, when Zelda came out, a lot of people bought a Switch, and a lot of people didn't have Wii U's to begin with.
True.
So, yeah,
that was the first game we unpacked in this house.
It was.
It was.
Give me the bird.
It was. It does make me wonder, like, long term, what the value of the Wii U version will be.
Oh my god, a bird. Yeah?
It might be higher. I just see, that's the thing. It might be just like mainline Zelda games or something, because again, if you start to get into like the nitty gritty, I'm like, there's probably something that sold less. So.
Can everyone see this cat? His head is like tucked.
He's a good one. We get 500 bits from Robert in 3009. Says, flying out to Japan tomorrow, so good thing I'll have something to play. Starts with T and ends with Ears of the Kingdom. Can't wait to be like that guy on the plane in the Switch commercial.
Have a good flight.
Yeah, first off, enjoy Japan, because Japan's wonderful. I don't know if it's your first time there or multiple times there, but having something to do on the plane is great. Whether that is Tears of the Kingdom or Slay the Spire or whatever. Oh yeah, Triforce Heroes and Four Swords Adventures. I mean, I don't even know, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I would be interested in digging into that data and trying to find out.
High up in Summit.
Let's see. We got 300 bits from Slick Duke. It says, I had a similar situation when I started playing Breath of the Wild. I started replaying a file and it didn't get far in and couldn't remember how to run. The control screen didn't say anything and looking it up gave me nothing. It took me a day to figure it out. Oh. Yeah, there's some pretty complicated controls in Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm. And I have not watched any media about Tears of the Kingdom other than the trailers that were included in the Nintendo Directs. But I have seen like little bits and pieces of written articles from journalists who have mentioned that the control scheme in Tears of the Kingdom is complicated. And I'm like, it's probably not more complicated than Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
It's just probably not. Or Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto Online is the worst.
It is the worst.
And there's things that are never explained. It's like, okay, I went to the...
Do you know you could shove on the back of a motorcycle?
And it's like you need 12 fingers.
Yep.
If you're on a motorcycle, it's possible to like use a melee weapon to the side, but you got to do this. And if you go to the Quickie Mart and you buy a candy bar, in order to eat the candy bar, you have to like go into 6 menus. It's fine. If you're flying a plane and you want to land, you need to press Y. Josh Jepson. 500 Bits and Spifflet says, do you think recording your life has made your memory better because you lived through things twice, or worse because you mentally know I can always rewatch the video? Better. But the interesting thing is that what I end up remembering from a day is not like what my brain would process normally in the moment. It's the vlog. It's the vlog. Mm-hmm. So whenever I have a memory about something, it's just the video playing in my mind because when I was living it, I was shooting it. And then when I edit it, I've seen it again. So like it's that very specific rendition of what's going on. I mean, I have other memories too. Yeah. Because I don't film everything. But my memory is not like super, super great. So stuff that exists outside of the boundaries of that is usually pretty limited. But I have like other things I recall. We got 300 bits from Cabry29 says, an allergy testing isn't always accurate. I'm super allergic to avocado, but don't test positive on the allergy test.
Give me the bird.
I think part of that can sometimes be the skin test versus like the blood test. Because like sometimes like your skin will react to things. And like sometimes your GI tract itself is sensitive, I think. There's a bird.
There's a lot of ways. I'm gonna get your egg. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get your egg. They're in season.
No, it says that it also depends if they're looking for IgG or IgE, which those may be pronounced differently. Look at this foot! This foot right here! Look at these beans! Oh, he don't want me to do that.
He's like, I am trying to clean myself. Very dirty. 500 bits from Incarnado. It says, hey, grandparents, just playing Breath of the Wild Master Mode with no HUD to prepare for Tears of the Kingdom, and I just have to say, I hate rain. With no HUD?
Salt.
Forget that we have the salt alert.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that would be very cinematic and cool,
yeah,
admittedly. But if you don't have a HUD, like, I guess you don't know how much health you have. Which makes it difficult. Mm-hmm. It's called Pro Mode. Interesting. There's been times in other games I've turned off the HUD just for, like, the atmosphere of it all. But I don't know that I could play a game that way.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd really want to have the stuff around. Oh yeah, Vagabond says, how was the sumo draft? Yeah, how was the sumo draft? Because I didn't, I was not there.
There's only 4 of us this time. Because some of us couldn't make the draft on a Wednesday night. Who's on my team? Give me like 5 seconds to pull up our drive.
Morning, Haley.
Hi, are you trying to get up out of my lap? Hi, thank you.
Haley, you going with me tomorrow to get Tears of the Kingdom? I think so. Because I'm going in the morning to get a physical copy.
Who's on my team? Here we go. What color am I? I am pink. I have Kiribayama, Wakamoto Haru, Kimbozan, and Tsurugisho. Those are my team.
So it's you, Juliet, Thomas, and Chaz?
Yeah. Brandon had work, and I assume Paul also had work, because Paul didn't make it either.
Haley says, I'll go to the edges of the kingdom with you to get Tears of the Kingdom. The kingdom being the Raleigh Triangle.
Ah.
Yeah, and Josh is definitely coming. Dan hasn't gotten back to me, but he, like, should go with us, because he's going to get it anyway. So, we got 52 months from Armored Frog. 500 bits from Valix Butterfly says, how's the new place for heat/cooling? I know it took me months to learn the ways of my HVAC system in my house. Also Bird. So, I'm still figuring it out. But when we first got in here, it was a bad. Because it was on a schedule. And when I adjusted the air, it was only temporary. And that was not good, because what would happen is we would go to sleep at night, and I would turn the air down to whatever, 67. Mm-hmm. We'd go to sleep, and then I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd be like, oh, I'm a little warm. And that's because the thing would go back to 72, which is much warmer than 67. So I eventually figured out that I could press the hold button. So there's a schedule on the thermostat where you can set... You can't set individual days. You set weekdays, and there's 4 times that you set for weekdays. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like sleep, wake...
Away,
or return. I don't know what it is. So that you set those 4 times for weekdays, and you set those 4 times for your weekends. And our schedule is like not that. Like we have slightly different times that we're up on slightly different days, and it changes week to week because we don't have like a very normal job. So that doesn't help me. It just doesn't assist me at all. So
I mean, if you really wanted, we could get new thermostats and install them.
I don't.
It's not any harder than the doorbell.
I don't want to do that. Like, the thing is, like, we owned the doorbell, right?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
The thermostat, like, we don't own. I'd have to buy that, and I don't want to do that. Okay. I'd just rather make this thing work. But yeah, as long as it's on hold, it will keep it correct. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that sucks about it is that it can't decide whether it should use, like, heat or cool on its own. Like, you can't be like, hit this target temp and figure out how to do it. You have to tell it on heat or cool, which means that if you're on one of them and it can't actually hit the number, it just won't do it. And I really wish that was a thing. Yeah. I wish I could just be like, please hit this number. You figure out how to make it happen. You can use a cool, you can use a heat. I don't care. Just try to hit this number. And it doesn't know how to do that. Anyway, it's fine. My doorbell does not play Megalovania. You are thinking of Mr. Family Jewels. Mine is not that fancy. We get 300 bits from Fumother Grizz that says, I remember my first time playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and being frustrated with controls. I couldn't complete the first plane mission, and it took me an hour to do it because I kept crashing. You and a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people had difficulties with the
flying missions.
The flying missions. In fact, there's I think if you crash it enough or something, eventually it lets you skip it. Maybe that was added later. Solution burned in the house. Oh. The plane controls on keyboard are a nightmare. Yep, I remember hearing like Alex talk about that. I didn't have any problem with the plane missions, but also
it took me a few.
I played a lot of GTA 4, and there's planes in that game as well, so like I got like a little bit used to it. Wait, are there planes in GTA 4? It's just helicopters.
Just helicopter.
Oh. Okay, yeah, Haley says in GTA 5, yeah, because I failed them so many times, they just let me skip them. It is a little difficult, admittedly. We got 500 bits from Shire says, take most general gaming journalism with a hefty grain of salt. Do we all remember the guy who couldn't clear the Cuphead tutorial area and blamed the game for having flawed, unintuitive controls? Also burp. I mean, in fairness, I do feel like Breath of the Wild was already, like... It's not like a complicated control scheme, but it's using up a bunch of the buttons, right?
Yeah.
So I presume that Tears of the Kingdom being a direct sequel and adding more features will probably be harder to control.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I'll have any problem with it, but it's probably gonna use a bunch of buttons. We got 17 months from Saracen. Thank you. 300 from Lugia says, I got Tears of the Kingdom today, a day early, so I'm currently enjoying it. Can't wait to play along with you guys tomorrow night. Nice. You know, if you're playing a little early, lucky. We will be enjoying it tomorrow night. It's tonight that it's out, right? It comes out tonight at midnight. So there's gonna be a lot of people play at midnight. We'll play it tomorrow at 8 p.m. But I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Oh wow. GA Studio says I took next week off. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Fossick says, how are y'all getting your copies? I'm trying to figure out how to get mine. So, like, if you're real interested in some physical, like...
Release.
Well, what am I trying to say? Like, bonuses?
That.
There are some stores that are doing some special things. Like... And I don't know how many of these are still available and how many of them had to do with pre-orders, but Walmart.com had been doing a wall scroll. I don't think that's available anymore. Best Buy is doing an art print, although it might just be for pre-orders. I have no idea. Target is doing a hip pack. It's like a fanny pack sort of thing. And I think that one's not pre-order. I think that one you just go into the store and get it. And GameStop was doing like a wooden plaque or something. So these are all like different things that if you're buying the game physically, that you can possibly get. We have to go to Target. If you want to.
I have Target pulled up. Why do I have... Oh, I was looking at a desk.
If you want to. Wasn't one of them a spoon? That was the Japanese Amazon pre-order. So not for the States. So, yeah. All the different places do these different little things.
Adventure Hip Pack.
Yeah, it's
it's cute. Haley, you'd like it.
So I was going to get mine from Best Buy. And the reason I was going to get mine from Best Buy is, for one, I think Dan pre-ordered it at Best Buy, so he has to go to Best Buy anyway. But then also, I had one of those
The luggage tag is cool, yeah?
I had those little things come that, the little reward thing that's like, you get $5 off at Best Buy. And I'm like, oh, good, because I don't, like, go there ever.
Sounds like you also need to stop at Target.
I'm totally cool, like, doing that if you really want to. I just have a $5 off coupon at Best Buy, and I'm like, I'm probably not going to use it for anything else, so... Yeah. I would rather have $5 off than have the hip pack, basically. But we can definitely go get it at Target. I don't care. We got 300 from Shy. It says, HVAC talk is very interesting to me as someone who was raised around it and worked in it for a long time. Please, tell us all your air-related woes. And if you're having issue with limitations of the scheduling, a different stat might be worth looking into. Yeah, I mean, one day when we own a home...
Yeah, we'll get something that works.
When we own a home, there's many things that, like, I've skipped out on for our rentals that I know that I would, like, customize better. Like, I'd probably have a really nice thermostat that had, like, app connectivity and things like that. And we've never had that. It's always just been, like, there's a button. And I don't mind that, but I do have, like, one day when we own a home, like, I'll get, like, something nice. Whenever that is. We also had 300 bits from Ultra House who says, clown test. And then 300 more from Ultra House that says, another clown test. As a treat.
Aw.
There's,
That's not art.
Oh, is that the...
That's the photo.
Oh, well, let me show that. You want to tell them what we did yesterday so I can eat the sauce?
So we have a screened-in patio here, porch, and I was really excited about it. It was probably the thing I was most excited about this house. And I was like, we need furniture so we can all hang out outside and not get eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Yeah. It's screened in even on the bottom.
Yeah.
So.
Like the slats of the porch, like the bugs can't come up through there. So it's screened in there too. Mm-hmm. So we got patio furniture, and last night Alex and Haley helped us put it together. So this is the picture from this morning. Look at it.
We got the patio furniture. We'll see how it is
we'll see how
over
it holds
time.
out.
Because it was you can get like nice patio furniture, and it's really expensive. So we went with something real cheap, and I'm hoping that it holds up.
Yeah.
It looks nice, and we plan to try and do our best to take care of it. Like we'll get like a cover or something for it.
Yeah, I need to measure that today.
But yeah, we're really excited to have a screened-in patio again.
Super Nora says, "Explain to me why outdoor furniture is so expensive, right? It's insanely expensive."
When we were looking into it, I was blown away at how much it costs, and I get it to an extent because they're trying to make it
last in
survive
the elements.
In the elements. And we looked into, what's it called, Polywood?
Yeah, I looked on Reddit's Buy It for Life subreddit, and like everyone was recommending the brand Polywood because it's like compressed plastic wood, and so it lasts really long, and they kind of have like a 10-20 year warranty on like
It's a long time.
The framing.
So.
And like the cushions are actually comfortable for them. We
looked into it, but it was like 4 or 5 times the cost of stuff we were finding elsewhere, and I'm like, I cannot justify that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather just get furniture that is good enough, and we'll try really hard to take care of it. So we just ordered something off of like Amazon.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be good. I mean, we got to sit on it last night, and I was like, it's pretty good.
We could use some more pillows. The back cushions are not very comfy.
No, they're not.
They're pretty thin.
They're not, but it's fine.
Maybe we could swing by Costco today. They had a good deal on some.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is nice to just be able to like have somewhere to sit.
Yeah.
So we won't be letting Kepler out there, just because even though it's screened in, bugs can still get in, and I'd rather him not get any sort of parasite or something, because he's old now. He's going to be 11 this month, and he
has a GI problem.
He already has a GI problem, so I don't think that he would do real well with a with a worm or something.
But he does get to enjoy the sunroom, which he has been doing a lot of.
Slick Duke says, "How high is the back of the furniture? I swear every piece I find doesn't have a high back." I mean, it's
not super.
It's not super high.
Yeah.
And again, like when I looked into the Polywood stuff, that a lot of that had high backs, but again, it was like 4 times the price, and I'm like,
I just got an ad for something that looked super comfortable, and it's made with teak. It's the wood they like put on ships because it's
shipwood.
Yeah, and it was like a lot of money. Like 10,000.
Oh my god.
And I was like, eeh.
Would you like a car or a chair? I think I'll take a car. Yeah, Kepi's 11. Well, he's not 11 yet, but he'll be 11
the end of the month.
End of the month. For his don't tell him.
Yeah, don't tell him.
For his birthday, we got him a new cat tree. But it's really short because he's old. Because he's old. He still gets up into the top of his cat tree.
And then he's like, help.
But then it's clear, like, he has enough brain power to decide to go up there. But then when he gets up there, he doesn't like to get down himself. And anyone that watched the stream the other night saw that.
My stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he got up in the cat tree and then he was like, "Get me down," and I'm like, so we're gonna get. Well, we have it. We just haven't like opened it. We're gonna put this new cat tree out, and it's just a little tiny one, so he'll be able to sit in something and like get sun, but it won't be high up in the air. So that'll be good for him. No more big jumps, buddy. We're past the double-digit zone, and we need to.
He's curled up right here.
We need to kind of calm down a little bit. So.
Can we put the short one next to the tall one? We're not gonna do that because the short one is only like 24 inches tall.
Yeah,
and
it's really short.
It's not like a medium height, so.
Yeah.
And like he could jump down like a level on the tall one, but he doesn't. So.
Yeah.
We'll just get rid of it.
He's doing good otherwise. I mean, we've had that cat tree a long time. And that cat tree was not very expensive because I think we got it from Costco.
We did. It was like $50.
Costco doesn't always have cat trees. They're not always in stock. But if they are in stock, that is a place to get one because they are so inexpensive. Because if you get it from like a pet store, they can be like $200.
Yeah.
Costco's like 60-something bucks maybe. So he was a good boy.
They do have medium height ones sometimes, but
yeah,
I think it's best if he just doesn't have anything like that right now. He'll like it.
We got 3 and a bits from Toaster Wolf. It says, "Morning, grandparents. Tomorrow's my birthday. Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday."
And Nintendo chose to spoil me with releasing Tears of the Kingdom on the same day. It's pretty good. It's a good birthday gift.
Yeah.
On my birthday in 2020, Animal Crossing came out. That was a good little birthday gift too. Except for the fact that I had to wait 1 entire year to get the birthday song by KK Slider. Didn't love that. Hi, bud. Hey, old man. You hanging out?
Look at all these beans.
Get a load of these beans.
They're all right here in the front.
Hey.
He's heavy.
Yeah, he's a sweetie.
Hi.
He is still doing pretty good, though. Like his, all his intestinal stuff is under control with the, the medicine and the food that we're using. So, like, he's good, and I'm happy about that. And otherwise, he seems all right. I don't think he's shown any sign of arthritis.
I think he is.
Mal thinks he has, and I don't think so. He's a little cautious going down the stairs, but not in a way to me that tells me that he has arthritis.
I've been trying to film him to show it to the vet because they've asked what he does going down the stairs.
Yeah. If he does, I would say it's extremely minor. But I'm not even sure that he does. He's still got some good mobility. 49 months from Spinadrap. Thank you. Yeah, speaking of beans. Beans. Good time if when we're talking about beans to do more beans. Double beans. It's double bean time. Speaking of the Patreon, was it out on? I guess it was out on Tuesday.
I don't remember.
I guess it's been out for like a week. Time is a complete enigma. There is a new Patreon video out that was a updated house tour, and also talks about some of the other things coming up. So that's out. Looking ahead, as far as like what we have left to do in the house, your studio is like the last big frontier.
Guest room, studio.
Oh yeah, the guest room in the studio.
We still haven't put all the clothes away.
Yeah, there's things that we haven't finished, but those haven't even really been started.
Yeah, the Billy's downstairs and the stuff that goes on that too.
Yeah, and eventually Mal would like to get a kitchen table.
Yeah.
But we did not find any good solution for that yet, so.
Well, we did, but we decided to wait.
I don't remember that, but I am glad that we decided to wait. moving incurs lots of different fun costs, because there's the cost of like moving itself, but then also when you get into the new place, you find out like you need different things. And some of it is like, oh, there's a completely new room, so we decided to get like patio furniture. But then it's also different things. Like, one of the things that I had happen is that the camera and the computer, like in this room, are further away than they've ever been. Bye, Haley. And I needed like different cabling, which is just not a thing that you are like thinking about. So like I have an eclectic collection of HDMI cables, but a lot of them top out at 10 feet, and I needed a 15-foot HDMI cable, and more than one. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I have so many cables, and it's like, I needed more now. That's good. I'm really glad that we did that. It's fine. Renee says, my experience it has been, oh my god, this house is like 400 square feet smaller than my old one. We goldfished. Help. Yeah, that can happen too. I mean, that happened on a smaller scale in my office, because my office is smaller than my last one. Mm-hmm. So I had a piece of furniture in my office last time, like a chest of drawers, and I'm like, I don't have room for this at all. So I gave it to Mal, and now it's in Mal's office. And you didn't even really want it.
No.
Happy birthday. But now you can put something in it, like...
It's holding a lamp and my heating blanket. My electric blanket.
You know where we could put it? The guest room?
We'll see.
I guess it's kind of a weird place for it. Guests, when they come, usually have like a suitcase of stuff.
Yeah.
So they're not really needing a chest of drawers.
No.
And there's a closet where you can like hang stuff up. Unless you have a guest come to stay for like a long time.
We need to see what the setup in that room ends up being.
Yeah, we don't even know yet. We had 45 months from Daniel Bonin. Daniel, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, but you like cables.
What if we get rid of half of our cables?
I would love that. That's a dream. Mm-hmm. That's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I think everyone's got something in their house somewhere that they need to consolidate. Like for me, for a lot of people, it could be cables. Like if you saved every cable that came with everything that you own, you probably have it in a box. Like how many like USB 2.0 Type A to Micro B cables do you own? How many do you need? In 2023, the answer might be 0.
Yeah.
You may not even need them. You can like get rid of them. Toasted books. Will I do it? No. PS3 controllers? That's wild. That's kind of wild. I own one and need 5. How do you know my dad?
Bonfire party? Brandon, how are you going to burn cables?
You should not burn cables.
Don't do that.
Don't burn a cable. I'm sure that stuff can be recycled. Maybe. Maybe not everything, but I'm sure something somewhere can be recycled. I don't know if they still do it, but Best Buy used to take e-waste. Mm-hmm. They used to. I don't know if they still do, but there was a time where I got rid of an old monitor, and I was able to do it by just dropping it off at a Best Buy, and I was like, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's neat. Because Best Buy is conveniently located. Where I was at the time, in Myrtle Beach.
I was gonna say.
Do they still do
way
it?
too bright for Cappy.
They might still be doing it. I don't know. A lot of old knickknacks. Yeah, I understand the wasteful thing. I do try, like, if we're getting rid of something that is still good, we won't throw it away. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll just drop it off at Goodwill or something. And we usually will wait until there's enough stuff to justify it. So we'll make like a box. We'll be like, this is the Goodwill box. And then as we
have a Goodwill box right now.
So as we deal with stuff, we'll put stuff in the box, and then once the box is filled, then we'll be like, okay, we'll take this to the thrift store. So, yeah, a bunch of CDs. Did CDs ever appreciate?
No.
Because, like, there are some DVDs and Blu-rays that, like, as a whole, physical media is not worth a lot of money. Video games are kind of a rare exception. Movies are the same thing, but there are, like, some movies that ended up becoming valuable, I guess, because, like, they're, like, cult classics or something like that. It's, like, a lot of it is, like B horror films. And there's VHS that are worth money, too, so... I mean, there's probably some CDs that are like
Kep
that.
is breathing so hard.
You know. The Abyss. Yeah, there's, we were in a thrift store. It was when Will was in town.
Yeah.
Me, you, Will, and Haley went to a bunch of thrift stores. And there was one that we went to that had a huge section of VHS. And I was like, this is so weird. It's like walking back in time. Because they had a lot.
Yeah, they did.
And then we saw them again when we went to Alamo. Because Alamo has a VHS rental. That alone is wild to me. Like, in Raleigh, in 2023, there is a VHS rental store. And, like, it must be popular enough to get used.
I guess so.
Like, we have, like, just enough hipsters or something to utilize the VHS rental store. And, like, don't get me wrong, that is such a novel experience, but I don't think that I could do it regularly. It would be something that would be fun to do once. Be like,
Yeah.
We did it, we rented a movie, and we're watching it at a very low resolution. But yeah,
And now we have to drive all the way to Alamo and turn it back in.
Yeah, so the rental store is in Alamo. So
Yeah.
the Alamo Draft House, the theater, the VHS rental store is a part of it. So you can just go in there and rent VHS movies. And the cool thing about it is that, and I do see the novelty because almost all of the films are like these weird...
Stuff we haven't heard of.
Yeah, it's like you could go in there and just pick something out based on what it looked like and be like, okay, I want to see this.
Yeah.
So, and some of those super, super weird ones probably aren't on streaming services.
No.
So, yeah. Again, I have so many good things to say about Alamo. Oh, guess what? I didn't tell you this. I got an email from Alamo, I guess because I had bought
The tickets.
the tickets for Mario Brothers. And they were like, we have this thing where you can watch a movie every day for a month. It's their, whatever, season pass or whatever. And it didn't show the price in the email. And I was formulating already. It's like, how much would it cost? Like, how much would they charge you?
How much would you need to see to make it worth it?
And I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna click it. It is $20 a month. I was like, that is far less money than I expected it to be. $20 a month, and you are allowed to watch a movie a day. Renee says, that's like one movie. Right? I don't remember how much our tickets were for Mario Brothers, but I think it was like $15 or something. Certainly, the cost of 2 movies would pay for it. Like, that's wild. That's wild. I mean, if you lived really close to an Alamo and you were a big movie person, it would absolutely make sense to do. Because watching a movie at the theater, at Alamo is already great anyway. So would you have to pay for food and drinks? I mean, yeah, that's
A separate cost.
that's simply the movie. But yeah, and it's all like reservation based too. So like, you pay $20 a month, and then you can make reservations for tickets like up to 7 days in advance.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go see this movie on this day. And if you want to buy normal tickets at the time, you can. So if you like, oh, I want to go with a friend, I'm going to buy them a ticket, then you can buy them a ticket and sit next to them, whatever. You can also do the season pass and have, like, a guest, like a guest thing. So like, I think the cost is basically 2 season passes, but it's not in anyone's name. It's just guest. So you could have it where you can always go to the movies with somebody, and it doesn't matter who that person is as long as you're there too. I'm like, this is just really cool. Is it all new releases? Yeah. Yeah. Or anything that they're playing, because sometimes they play old movies too.
Yeah.
That's just such a cool thing. It's such a cool thing. And yeah, the reason they can offer it so cheap is because they make so much money on the food. Because one of the appeals is like, oh man, I'm at the theater and I can order nachos or whatever. I can order a burger. I can order warm cookies. Like the fact that you can...
They do alcohol at Alamo too.
Yeah, so the fact that you can do that is such an appeal.
Yeah.
That they can offer the movies so cheap, and that's just real neat. That's just really neat. I could not believe it was only $20. I think Alamo should be paying me. I've said a lot of nice things. I have said a lot of nice things about them. I think I should get like to go see a movie or something. Is it a per month basis? Yeah, it's $20 a month.
It's subscription.
It's a subscription, and you can see up to 1 movie a day. It's pretty great. Anyway, yeah, it's not something that I could see myself doing because I watch on average less than 1 movie in a theater a month.
Yeah.
But that would be neat. You know who'd really love that is Seth. Seth had Movie Pass for the longest time. But he does not live in Raleigh. Anyway, alright, let's talk about things that are going on today.
It's Thursday.
It is, in fact, Thursday. That's true.
You got vlogs coming out?
I have a vlog coming out in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. In fact, it's a vlog. It's the moving vlog, actually. It was a long edit. It's a longer one. It's where we actually do the move. First night
here
in the new place. And then also along with that is an additional bonus video that's 10 or so odd minutes where I follow Kepler around as he explores the new house for the first time. Because I know that people really liked that when we moved into the last place. So that's what I did.
Who's your big boy?
Those will be out in 9 minutes. So you can both of those will be out.
He's a big kitty.
I'm gonna lay back down. Thanks. So yeah, check those out. Mal's stream was on Tuesday, so it's over. I don't have the VOD out yet, but I'll probably try and get that out today or tomorrow. Soon. I'm catching up on some stuff. I also exported the Katamari VODs last night, finally. So I'm working on getting those out as well. Obviously, the big thing is tomorrow night, Mal and I will be playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Chaz has done some really amazing alerts for it. I'm really excited.
I'm really pumped.
And a shout out to Thomas, who did a lot of it too.
Thomas did a lot of work to make the alerts a reality. And I think over time, Thomas will probably continue to help out with those. I said it on Tuesday, but like the alerts have a human touch.
Thomas.
They've all been touched.
All the alerts.
They've all been touched by Thomas. Thomas has touched the alerts. Well, Thomas touched some. Chaz touched some. I'm sure that there'll be a time where like me and you and Haley and Alex and Dan and like whoever else also touches them, so they'll have some sort of special thing. It'll make sense. It'll make sense.
It will make sense.
It'll make sense tomorrow. You have to wait and see. But I'm super excited for tomorrow, and I'm hoping that it goes well because the launch of a new project is always a little nerve-wracking. I have quite a bit of work to do today in this room, getting OBS like set up and completely ready for Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow. Yeah. And that's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. I don't have anything else really to announce.
Yeah.
Still working on vlogs the best I can, and like I said, I'm very incentivized to try and get caught up because I'm very serious about working into solo stream stuff. No Sunday stream. We don't have tabletop build up yet. Although I would like to get that done soon, if we can. That's actually something that we could work on.
Yeah, but there's other things we can work on, because then we can get rid of all the moving cardboard.
That's true. There is a lot of moving cardboard that I want to get rid of.
Brandon is touching Mueller's.
All right. Okay. Well, that's it. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Be sure to check out the vlog when it drops in about 5 minutes. And yeah, if you're playing Tears of the Kingdom at midnight,
Yeah.
have fun. Try to get some sleep though. Like, don't, especially if you got like work in the morning or something. Like, don't wreck your whole life.
Class.
If you got work or class in the morning, remember that the game will be there later. You've waited this long. You can wait a little bit longer. So if you're going to be up at midnight and you want to play like a little bit, like maybe set a cutoff so you don't completely wreck your schedule.
Noah.
You know. Something to think about. All right, folks. Thanks again. We will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Holy crap, it's finally here.